but I want to start talking about a couple of things. I want to talk about hope, and I want to talk about strength. We are in a place this evening that touts itself as a community of hope. J.J. Ramirez has spent years of his life trying to make sure that people in our community don't have to go through the same things that he went through, creating foundations for people to build upon. This ministry has impacted so many lives in this community. It has provided that beacon of hope for people in need, and we are so grateful that you all are here, because by enjoying a pro wrestling show tonight, you're going to impact lives, you're going to make lives better in our community. So let's thank SOS Ministries for the incredible, incredible work that they do day in and day out. The word ministry is in the title of the organization, Save Our Streets Ministries. There's obviously that element to it, but there is so much more, and I want to talk briefly about one of those things. It's called the Jack Threadgill Vocational Training Program. You have people who are going through SOS Ministries who also have the opportunity to learn a trade, plumbing and welding, jobs that are in demand, jobs that are well-paying, jobs that can feed a person, feed a family, put a roof over their heads. It's incredible what they do to train that skill, but also you're talking about financial management if you go through that program, making sure that your dollars make sense on your budget, and you're also talking about how to have a healthy home so that family can live in the best way possible. It's important. It's important what SOS does. And that Threadgill Vocational Training Program happens in part because of funding from an organization called the United Way of the Brazos Valley. Thank you. Thank you. I'm very passionate about this organization. I served 6 years on its board, was its chair for a year, and I'm currently serving as the campaign chair, where over a year-long period we're trying to raise up more than $1.5 million in order to impact lives in our community. SOS Ministries is one of 26 partner agencies. United Way takes the fundraising burden as much as possible off of these folks in order for them to focus on the mission and not have to do as much fundraising. So that vocational training program, helping people with their financial stability. We help organizations with health, making sure that uninsured individuals are able to have doctor's appointments that they can afford. We help when it comes to education. We put books in the hands of kids who may not touch a book outside of their classroom, trying to instill a love of literacy in their lives, and that, of course, leads to attainment professionally and personally later in life if you develop that love of literacy at an early enough age. These are the things that United Way works on day in and day out with our 26 partners. And so our fundraising efforts take a lot of forms. And we knocked on Houston Carson's door, and Houston answered, and we decided to do a little something. And then I do wear another hat too in the community, and that's with the Brazos Valley Bombers, the baseball team, summer league team, bringing collegiate baseball to our community for coming out on 17 years. And we said, man, wrestling shows at the baseball stadiums are pretty fun, pretty classic. Date that back all the way to the 80s and the 70s, maybe even before that. It's a big deal to go to a baseball stadium. And so the three organizations have teamed up. And coming up on Saturday, March 26th, we are putting this professional wrestling ring behind home plate at Edible Field in Bryan. And we're going to have ourselves a wrestling show where the ticket sales, the proceeds, go to United Way of the Brazos Valley. Does that sound like a pretty good idea? We're going to generate some hope. And we're going to generate some strength too. It's strength in the individuals who will take to this ring and compete for championships, for your affection and your support. And it takes the strength of people who will come to a wrestling show and simply enjoy themselves, and by doing so will impact tens of thousands of lives in our community. That's a pretty sweet deal. Just like tonight, you're going to go to that show, and you are going to go to that show, correct? You're all going to that show? You're going to go to that show, and simply by enjoying professional wrestling and cheering, maybe a little booing, getting up out of your seats, you are going to impact tens of thousands of lives in this community. And so we're going to have these folks who are going to be strong. We're going to have you folks who are going to bring your strength. And I called up somebody, and he's going to be coming too. WWE Hall of Famer, All Elite Wrestling's Mark Henry is joining our fight to unite. It is coming up March 26th, Edible Field in Bryan, 7 p.m. start time. Your tickets are available right now at LionsPrideProductions.com. Head online right now, Lions Pride Productions. Hey, not only can you guarantee your seat on the field or in the stands, you can meet Mark Henry prior to the event. We got that option too. And all the proceeds going to United Way of the Brazos Valley. We've got a show coming up on March 4th at Smitty K's to set the table for it. We want you there too. But be there on March 26th as we fight to unite for our community. Thank you all very much. Appreciate it in advance.
Thanks for watching Lions Pride Sports on YouTube. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel. Plus, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. For the very latest on Lions Pride Sports, visit our website, LionsPrideProductions.com. You'll also find information on the Lions Den training facility there.